Please don't lick it. Just like... Ew, he licked it. Hey guys, welcome back to our reaction to Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. I always question if that's ring or rings. Rings of Power. Episode 4. We were too tired to watch it last night, so we're watching it the day after.
The day of.
Came out.
Yes.
Well, came out last night.
Comes out
I don't know.
12 Eastern. So for us, it
Yeah.
came out last night because we're a PSD. So something I wanted to bring up before we got into our reaction was kind of funny. When I pulled up the show on Amazon, it has 3.5 stars, and I just think that's kind of funny. So if you haven't watched our videos before, our reactions to Rings of Power yet, we're enjoying the show. A lot of people we recognize are not finding it to be the best thing, or not what they want it to be. And then there's a lot of people who just want to dunk on whatever they can. So there's kind of like those three camps. Obviously, that's not everyone, and I try to be as fair as possible. I recognize
there are legitimate criticisms.
Yeah, you fine. Like, as with anything, there's always going to be able to be a legitimate criticism. For us, we try to have a good time. I tend to not really judge a thing fully until I've seen it in its entirety. For those of you who watched the Obi-Wan reactions with us, we were pretty defensive over it throughout the show. Now that it's over, we recognize certain things that just kind of feel out of place in it, and we're willing to recognize those and acknowledge them and talk about them. For now, we just don't want to dunk on something that people worked...
Unless it's glaringly obvious.
Yeah, unless it's
like,
super obvious, but just we don't want to pull it apart and rip it apart if we haven't really experienced the entire thing. And then for another thing, besides what we do in our reviews and reactions and kind of reacting to other people's content, we're creators ourselves. We try to do a good job with whatever we do. And we recognize that people put a lot of time and energy into this. And I'm not too cynical to think that everything is done in the world to take advantage of me. So with all of that to say, we just kind of want to go into this show with good faith. And so that's the way that we're approaching it. We know that it's controversial. We know that a lot of people aren't liking it. But if you're here with us and you're enjoying it and you're open-minded to see what it's like and what they have in store as far as the show is concerned, then we're here for it. We're here with you, and we're excited to watch.
It's funny that it's 3.5 stars, but it also says number 1 in the US.
Yeah, so that's where it does feel like maybe there is some sort of like, I also can recognize that like number 1 in the US, top 10, 3.5 stars. I don't know who to believe on that. And you know what I mean? Like, are they just
can only
that?
trust
But,
ourselves.
yeah, but that's really the main message is you can only trust how you see something. And so that's the way in which we're approaching it. And then last on Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, what happened? Numenor.
Oh yeah.
Camp pit.
Yep. Blacksmith, beat up guys.
Blacksmith. Well, he wasn't a blacksmith. He was trying to be blacksmith.
I'm just saying words.
Yeah, okay.
The Meteor Man helping Harfoot's.
I heard the biggest criticism, one of the bigger criticisms I heard is that is the least interesting part of the show. Would you say that that's the case?
Sure, but I'm not mad about it. I still enjoy it.
I enjoy. That's the other thing.
I like the creatures.
Yeah, like.
And maybe it's like less dramatic, but it's like dramatic to them because of their world is so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and also like, is it just interesting enough that we're pleasant enough that you don't feel like it's a waste of your time to watch it, you know?
And we don't know where it's leading.
Yeah. Still. And you don't know where it's going. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's the worst part of the show. It's definitely for me, the least interesting plot point, but we'll see how it ties in. Yeah, but as far as this episode goes, I went back and I watched some of the trailers, and there's really a lot that we haven't seen in the show, but most of the stuff in the trailers has been revealed already. There is a lot that still, like, few shots here and there, you know what I mean, where they seem like big moments, but most of like what we have come to know from the show. At least I think from the trailers that I saw. So there's a lot that is in store that we don't know.
The elves are trapped. He was being introduced to what's his name?
Right.
Adar.
Yes. Yep. And so I don't really know where it's going from here. I'm just excited to see what happens. So I hope that we will get back to the dwarves storyline in this. Yeah, the dwarves. That's plural for dwarf. Dwarves.
It's not like you said dwarves.
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 I hope we get back to the dwarves storyline with Khazad-dûm and Elrond, and that we start to hear a little bit more about the development of the Rings of Power. My question is that going to be something that is like really built upon in this season, or is that just setting up future seasons? I don't know. Before we jump into this, we want to invite you to join our Patreon, where you can get special perks like full-length reactions, early access to when we start doing other shows, and ability to vote in polls. Maybe we'll start doing polls that we can read here on YouTube, just answers, and you guys can have a say in maybe certain questions that we have about what we're watching. That's always fun. So yeah, visit our Patreon in the link down below, and you will get those special perks, and you'll be able to help build the channel so that we can continue doing this and continue creating content for you guys. So without further ado,
here we go.
Let's watch Rings of Power.
Ah, yes. The tiny stones.
So, I guess Adar is not Sauron. That was the big thing. One of the big comments that we got on our last video was that Adar is probably not Sauron.
Is it Adar or Adar? I can never tell.
Adar? I don't know. But that was what they said, was that he was probably not. So we got pretty hyped at the end of the last episode thinking that it was. So who knows if it is Sauron, but anyway, we'll see.
Uh-oh. There's the petals. The petals.
Cool shot.
Bro.
Whoa.
Oh, we're getting to see the destruction of Numenor?
This is a dream. It's a dream.
What?
It's a dream. They're not just starting the episode with this. Yeah, see, it's a dream.
It was too soon.
I know, it was like all hell broke loose suddenly.
See, I like her dress too. I like all of these dresses. I want to wear them.
But now one elf could threaten us. Trust in me.
Sus.
For by the calluses on my hands, I swear that elven hands will never take Numenor's helm.
I like his outfit too, though.
She will remain.
All the costumes are cool.
A kingdom of.
Crowdy can't turn, a fever he isn't owed.
It's impressive.
Is he gonna be a character? Or is he just a random dude?
I think he's going to be a character.
You vex me, elf. Numenor has chosen another path. Not all Numenor.
Use my powers.
Then I have little choice but to ask for another. One with Numenor's true ruler. Your father, the king.
Whoa.
Wow.
You should not speak of matters you do not understand, Galadriel, daughter of Finarfin.
And you should stand aside, that I might present my proposal to one who holds the authority to answer it.
Lady
Whoops.
Galadriel, that is quite...
I'm grasping for a handhold in a tempest.
There is a tempest in me, and it will not be quelled by you, Regent.
Wow.
Oof. Yeah. Nice try.
All right. Okay.
Bro, are you good?
Isildur. Why is this happening?
What if he just jumps off and starts swimming? Like
Yeah,
Galadriel?
like Galadriel in the first episode.
He's gonna do it.
I let it slip.
He did that on purpose so that he'll be failed out of the...
That was deliberate.
Yeah.
Oh. That was...
The West.
He got his friends kicked out.
I thought the Sailmaster would only dismiss me.
To you to get kicked out for something you never earned in the first place. What have you ever done but brood and blubber about your dead mother? Stop it!
Wow.
Savage. Oh, him. Ew. Oh, God.
Oh, this shot again. All right. He's so ugly. Yeah, that's not Sauron.
He'd have to be prettier, right?
Yeah, he has to be like a fair character. But he is an elf.
He's a scarred elf that loves his orcs.
Yeah.
Or not. Or did he just put him out of his misery?
I don't know, something like that. But he does love his orcs. Look, he's crying. His ear is all swollen.
That's why they call him their father or something?
Yeah.
Please don't lick it. Just like...
You have been told many lies. To untangle it all would all but require the creation of a new world. Go to the men who've taken refuge in the old watchtower. Deliver to them a message.
I wonder if this Theo kid is going to end up being like a really, really demented character. I feel like the way that they approach these Southmen kids is like as though they are, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They stylize them in a very specific way.
Ah.
Yeah. Woo!
Ew, he licked it. What?
Oi! I found it! I found it!
Oh, they have cranes. With the...
Yeah, I see that.
What's that shape? The mathematical...
Wow, they're already building it.
Oh my gosh.
It is everything you said it would be.
The like mathematical spiral. whatever it's called.
Yeah. That was really quick.
You seem unsettled today.
He does.
He's hiding something.
Yeah, that was really quick that they were able to build that. Has like any time passed and they're already building it?
Girlfriend.
There is none other than you, milady.
I know. Who'd have him? Gerda, stop hitting your brother. We're playing the knocking game. Well, knock it off.
Are they just not going to be shown? They're always going to
Yeah,
be
I
like
know.
off screen.
Yeah. They don't want to show us dwarf children.
Calling a dwarf dishonest in her own home. It's a recipe for strong gravy.
Strong gravy indeed.
Mining cool.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask about, dearie?
This is a little unsettling.
God, it's Kazan. Not bad. Not bad.
I just hope he believed me. He's not easily taken in, that elf.
Certainly not. Making good progress in the old mine.
Elrond can hear super far away.
He can?
Yeah. Yeah, see? That's...
The old mine below the mirror mere.
Is that an elf thing?
Yeah,
Like,
they
I knew
can
they
see
had
and
good
hear.
vision, but they also have good
Oh
vision.
yeah, oh yeah.
It's the pointy ears.
Yeah, that is so cool. I'm a fan of that. That was pretty cool.
He needs someone who can sing to the mountain.
Rich crown, kiss the stone, polish your gems and gold.
What?
It's what the kids were doing.
Smart.
Interesting.
What the heck?
The elves are getting themselves into all sorts of trouble this episode. The dwarves delved too greedily and too deep. I wonder, I imagine we're going to see the Balrog awakened in this show. Yep, there's the Mithril.
Ooh.
I knew it!
Durin?
Kept a spy on me, elf!
Hardly. What is this place?
I need your oath. Dwarven anger outlives even elven memory.
Yikes.
Break your promise.
And the power of this stone will doom you and your kin to sorrow to your last day on this middle.
Wow.
That is so savage.
That.
He's like, just don't tell me. I don't need to know.
Yeah, that's so intense. Also, are they also trying to write in like the fostering of dwarven hostility with?
He's swearing on his father.
Yeah,
Come on,
famous
man.
last words. Mithril.
And you are lighter than silk, harder than iron as weaponry. It would best our proudest blades. People, strength, prosperity.
Uh-oh.
Then why all the secrecy?
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get
Call this miracle
the awakening of a Balrog or something.
In our tongue, Grey Glitter.
When he says it's perilous to mine, you know?
Mithril.
No, it would be
Mithril.
Mithril.
Wow.
So you really did come.
That's pretty
all
cool.
This way.
Oh.
Token of our friendship.
Oh my gosh, I really don't want to see this turn sour.
No, it is gonna turn sour. You know it is.
Oh no, this is sad.
All right.
Bro.
Dramatic. So I really am wondering, because the lore is that the dwarves delved too greedily and too deep. So maybe they are setting up. We know there will be a Balrog in this show, so maybe they're setting up the Balrog being awakened. So.
Oh, awkward.
So sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's and the last one to finish pays for dinner.
I'm not in the habit of going off with strange young men.
Very wise. If I see any, you'll be the first to know.
Okay.
All right, smooth, buddy, smooth.
What good does pacing ever really do?
Has it ever occurred to you that you're not battling trolls or orcs, but men?
Are you really about to advise me in the art of war?
No. Identify what it is that your opponent most fears.
And exploit it.
Wow.
Give them a means of mastering it.
The elves?
So that you can master them.
They don't like
by
the
your
elves.
standards, I am in this cell. I asked her to fight for your people.
But that wasn't what provoked her anger, was it?
Yeah, you threatened her authority.
I demanded to speak with her father.
She's gonna
go up to the
herself.
tower.
Well.
Apologies, Your Majesty, for the intrusion. But
He no longer answers to that.
What? He's dying?
How did you know I was
Gondor?
The garrison of troops.
Huh?
I said Gondor?
Huh. You're thinking, it's not Gondor, it's Rohan.
Oh, Rohan.
Yeah, Rohan.
Poor guy.
It's all right, Father. Your father was loyal to the elvish ways. Why are you not? Tell me.
He became strident,
His name was
claiming that
Palantir.
the anger of the Valar.
Like a Palantir? The Seeing Stones?
With a promise to quell the storm.
Palantir.
First night, as all Numenor slept.
Oh.
Place your hand upon it.
It's gonna be.
I must warn you.
I have touched Palantir before.
It's gonna be a vision of the wave. Yeah, it's gonna be a vision of the wave, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Some that will never come to pass.
It has already come to pass. The vision begins with your arrival.
You believe I will bring about Numenor's downfall?
Only Numenor can bring about her downfall.
I know what it is to be the only one. Choose not the path of fear, that of faith.
She's channeling her future self.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let Numenor fight alongside the elves once more.
No. Wait till morning. No. The voices.
Wow, he's really bent on bringing that grain.
Yeah.
I think he'd just want to escape with his life.
Yeah.
This is a cool sequence.
Yeah.
The long take.
Don't smile. Nope.
Obvious.
Don't loosen your lips.
His mom? Oh! Hey! How did he get out? They are coming.
Adar let him out. He said, "You're supposed to deliver a message, remember?"
Right. Now she's gonna love him more because he saved her son.
Yeah, I know.
Except, is someone about to die? This music?
Just because of the
slow-mo?
music.
Feels sus. Is he gonna die? Oh, he's gonna get an arrow.
I don't think so.
Whoa, he caught it! Sick.
That was cool.
He's awesome. Oh, she's gonna die.
You think?
Oh, gosh.
No, I don't think so.
No, he's gonna die.
I think it's dramatic for no reason. I don't think anybody's gonna die.
Someone's gonna die.
No, I'm telling you. No one is gonna die.
It's too heartbreaking.
I told you. They were psyching you out, dude.
The sun. Wow, I was wrong. I was really convinced.
It was overly dramatic.
Oh, she's singing to the mountain. I have chills.
I cannot stop thinking that if you'd not gone down there, Durin might have been in that shaft when it... I'm sorry.
They just pulled out the last one. Alive.
Wow.
All of them alive.
Your father must be so relieved.
He shut it down.
Sometimes I wish I could tell him exactly what I think of him.
I'll never trade words with the old gods again!
My father single-handedly sailed to Valinor and convinced the Valar to join the war and vanquish Morgoth.
My father's so much better than your father. Sorry.
The Valar lifted him beyond the bounds of this
I'm
world.
sorry.
Would he be proud of what I'd accomplished with his legacy? Or disappointed by the countless ways I'd failed to live up to it?
And all of the character moments.
Yeah.
Do not waste what time you have left with yours.
Did that make you cry? Wow.
Elrond, I was hopeful you might be able to settle something. How is it that you and my husband met?
I told you, I saved him from a hill troll. Two
Two
of them.
Yes, I know. I was asking Elrond.
Then I fear I have no choice but to amend your husband's account. There were three.
Can you not even
Is
You
he
think
dead?
his dad is already
He's
dead?
dead.
No. Yes? Yes, no, he's alive.
Forever am I with you, my son.
Aw. Man, these dwarves. So many emotions.
Yeah.
What's the message?
Yeah.
They're in love?
Thank you.
I have a message.
He needs a bath.
People may live if he forsake all claim to these lands
Oh.
and swear fealty to
They
him.
have
Wow.
they have to leave.
No, and swear fealty to him.
He's coming for us.
These people are not fit to defend this
I know.
place. What? What was that? The dark mark?
But do you know what it is? It is no sword. It is a power fashioned for our ancestors by his master's own hand. Have you heard of Sauron?
I think he's gonna become corrupted.
Yeah.
Means his time is near.
The Starfall, which is... Did you hear that? The Starfall, that's Meteor Man.
Ready for what?
Oh, that's an arm. Okay, that's an arm.
Oh. What's happening?
They're sending her away.
I know, but like...
Everything feels uneasy.
That's it? It's just like, they're not gonna help or do anything else? And that, what's his name is gonna stay here?
Halbrand.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like this is their last meeting.
Yeah.
Like she's saying goodbye and then their land is gonna be destroyed anyway.
It's gonna be horrible.
She's like, I'm not even gonna sit.
Then we ought not to keep them.
The episode is gonna end with the petals.
Oh, right.
After she gives an announcement, she's gonna be like, oh, she left and now the petals.
Oh yeah, because it's the shot where she looks up.
Right. And she's gonna be like, oh shoot, I just made a mistake.
Get away, everyone. Get away.
2012, it's coming for you. Yeah, this shot right here, I'm telling you. Guys,
uh-oh.
the writing's on the wall.
Sucks.
And she's gonna be like, oh.
You did the wrong thing. Uh-oh. She's like, this is not a dream. Red alert. This is not a drill.
The tears of the Valar.
Come back, come back. I'm just kidding.
No, don't leave.
Turn around.
Are our hearts become as the statues that surround our isle?
Whoa.
Is our valor confined to the graves of our slumbering fathers? So, I've decided to personally escort the elf back to Middle-earth.
Oh.
She changed her mind.
Oh, she did bring her back. Okay. Interesting.
Wow. Dang. Except he wanted to go west.
So this is technically the last alliance, the beginning of the last alliance of elves and men. Probably. Like this is the seeds of that.
I will serve.
And that's a big moment in the destiny of the world.
Yeah.
Because he's going to defeat Sauron.
Right. Wow.
Bro. This was crazy. Man, so much happens in these episodes.
I find it very ironic. Like it's just kind of funny that it was like, all right, see ya. And then the next shot is she's like, and she's standing here with me.
She came back. Just kidding. I feel like for all the complaints that people have, I feel like you can't deny that this show has heart.
Yeah, they're trying to really accomplish that feeling that you get in the Lord of the Rings movies of there being some significant message.
Yeah.
Or some significant heartfeltness to it.
Mm-hmm.
recreating certain moments, whether it's Gandalf and Frodo talking or Sam and Frodo talking, or Aragorn talking with Eowyn or Arwen, you know what I mean? Like where it definitely like is reminiscent of that very like poignant Lord of the Rings dialogue where someone has something just very eloquent and some life lesson that they're departing to another character. And there are a few moments in this episode that they do that. Mm-hmm. That being said, it had a lot of that, and it was definitely the slowest episode in my opinion. The pace, and that is normal for, I think,
do you want to stop recording?
Shows is that, sorry, I'm just going to do this real fast. Like when shows hit their middle point, they tend to, especially like these limited series, it is like always been the case that they tend to slow down. I think is the case, unless you're like Stranger Things or something. Like all of the Star Wars shows that have like 8 episodes, it's always like the middle point that you're just kind of like, this is slower, it's just developing. Really, we've kind of settled into the story a little bit, and I felt I felt it with this episode. Not that I'm mad about it. I just think that there was that sense where I was like, they're continuing to give us drips as opposed to just everything happening all at once. You know what I mean? I don't feel too complainy about it. It's one of these things where I was like, yeah, this is a slower episode. Maybe it's also just, I feel tired and stuff, but yeah, you know what I mean? That's probably my assessment, is that it was like,
I feel like it was balanced though with stuff happening.
Yeah, I'm not saying that things didn't happen and then it was I'm not saying that. I'm saying more so like the movement of the characters didn't move that far. You know what I mean? It was more just like information and things being set up, like Galadriel and Halbrand. Halbrand spent the entire episode in a cell. Mm-hmm. He had a couple scenes. Galadriel, they're all in the same space as they were in the last episode, I guess is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Almost every character is in the same space as where they were in the last episode. It's just that they have developed a little bit,
exploring where they're at. Right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a little bit of a just dedicated time to developing the characters here where they are, and not focusing on pushing the plot forward. So Galadriel and Halbrand, Isildur, Elendil, they're all on Numenor, basically doing similar things as what they were doing last episode. It kind of feels like they were companion episodes, you know what I mean? In the way that the first 2 episodes were companion episodes, you know what I mean? These kind of sit together as a little movie, you know what I mean? That's kind of my opinion on it, is that it kind of feels like we haven't gotten there yet, and they're setting up a lot. Again, I'm not like evaluating that, I'm just analyzing that that's kind of where we're at in the story. So it felt slower to me. I wonder what people are going to say. I'm bought into the story, so I think that it's, even if it was the slowest episode, I'm still interested. But I wonder if people are going to be like, this was super boring. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just wondering. But yeah, and also there's a lot of questions that I think they keep setting up that I'm not sure. I'm not like 100% clear on what is going on. For example, the Theo character, like what are they setting up with him? I'm not really sure the direction they're going in. You know what I mean? Is he going to be a bad guy? Is he just going to die? You know what I mean? Like, is he just going to be taken advantage of and die? Is there some sort of destiny? People keep trying to connect these characters to legacy characters. You know what I mean? Like, is Theo the Witch King of Agmar? Is Halbrand the Witch King of Agmar? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know, and we keep like theorizing and stuff, so who knows? But he clearly has a big role to play.
They're clearly connecting with future things that are going to happen that you already know about. Like with the union of the elves in Numenor being destroyed.
Yeah.
And the fact
How are
that
they going to carry
Isildur
this on
signs
for
up.
5 seasons?
The fact that Isildur signs up to go.
Right. Well, I said more so that is the seeds of the last alliance, because a lot has to happen before that battle takes place. The rings have to be made. They have to be given out to everybody. Everybody has to be ensnared. Numenor has to be destroyed. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen in this season, I would say, because we're halfway through the season. And it's not going to be like all of this time has passed by the end of it. You know what I mean? They have 5 seasons to go. So, or 4 seasons after this. So anyway, but I think that, yeah, it's definitely setting up certain things. There are some moments, this is going to be the first time that I feel this complaint or this criticism. There are some things that I'm just like, I just don't care. Like, you don't need to add this into the story. Like, the sister, what is she doing in this story?
Yeah.
Like,
it's random.
Like Isildur's sister, it's like, I went on a date and they didn't even show the date. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
obviously,
it's like she's just kind of there, and then she's a builder. She's in the Builders Guild.
Yeah.
And she met this guy, care about this? And she's going on a date. What's she doing?
Yeah, so there's screen time. They might be setting it up for something in the future, but some political thing.
And we don't know about the
Numenor.
What's his name?
Pharazôn.
Chancellor.
Yeah, Pharazôn. Well, his son is, so maybe it has something to do with the fact that that's his son.
Oh, that's his son?
He called him his son early on in the episode. And she's the daughter of Elendil. So.
Are you sure not?
Like he was just calling him.
Like, son.
I don't know. It wasn't obvious to me unless I missed something. So yeah, I don't know. They might be setting something up with that. But I'm not. It just feels like, why are we focusing on this? You know? And also she can be a much more interesting character. But instead she's just like, oh, my brother, and I went on a date, and I'm a builder, you know? Like, sorry. I don't know, moments like that in this where I could leave it. And then the stuff with Isildur, also, like, just the stuff with Isildur himself.
They're setting him up.
I know, but him and his friends, like, I just don't really feel that conflict. You know what I mean? Like, because we had one scene of him and his friends, and now it's like, oh, I ruined my friends. You know what I mean? Like, chances and...
But they are doing good with they're doing well with the Durin and
they're the strongest.
They're like
right
bros.
Yeah,
you feel the like conflict and the friendship.
Well, their character moments are the most interesting, and that plot line is the most interesting to me, to be honest, because that's the one most directly connected to the formation of the rings.
Do they use Mithril for a ring?
No, but it's more so that the dwarves and Elrond and Celebrimbor are building this forge. You know what I mean? So that is more so connected to the main plot line. You know what I mean? Even more, I would think, than Galadriel, because Galadriel is off with Numenor when all of the stuff that really she needs to focus on is over with Elrond. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. And then the interestingness of the fact of the finding of the Mithril, that was uneasy to me, because it's one of these things where, are we going to see in this show the destruction of Khazad-dûm? Are we going to see the Balrog lay waste to everyone? You know what I mean?
Everything getting destroyed.
Yeah, Numenor getting destroyed, Khazad-dûm, all these great kingdoms that we're watching, we're going to see their downfall probably, which I think is compelling. I think that the Khazad-dûm thing is more compelling than the Numenor thing. Maybe I'll feel differently later on, but for now, that was where I felt like the show was at its best in this episode. The Miriel character is almost like the other side of the coin of the Galadriel character, in that neither of them are super likable. You know, they're both just stubborn, stoic characters that makes me feel like, I'm not rooting for either of them as individuals. I'm more like going through the motions with them. So that's how I feel about it right now, at least. But again, that's not me trashing the show at all. It's just me evaluating in this episode what I felt was strongest.
We didn't see the Harfoots at all.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the other thing that I thought was the best, or that was a good aspect of the show, was when they mentioned the Starfall. I was like, okay, this does connect. You do have.
Well, the guy was their like seer guy, whatever you call him. He was looking at the prophecy in his book. And he was like, yeah, there was something about
No, I know. I understand
everyone,
that aspect.
like, saw.
Yeah, and everyone did see it. Gil-galad saw it.
Building
You know what
it
I mean?
up as like a sign.
But just that, yeah, that other people are recognizing it, that they mentioned it, makes me think that this isn't totally divergent from the story. You know, just for the sake of having hobbits and that being a recognizable thing, you know? Or Gandalf, if he is Gandalf. Seeing a Palantir was cool. And I am interested to see what is the final battle of this supposed to be, and who is Adar. We got like 2 scenes with him. Adar. What is his story? What are the lies? He said, you know, I'm going to be a god and Middle Earth is tangled up in lies and you'd have to create a new world to, you know, like how deep into the lore of like the background of Middle Earth history are they going to go to explore that? I don't know. It seems like I'm not too sure where they're taking that, but he looks cool. Like this demented elf. Yeah.
He was like a father of the
Orcs.
demented ones.
Yeah. The first orc. I don't know. Something interesting like that.
It's like Dr. Frankenstein or something.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
All right. So now you guys have to tell us what you think of this episode. We're interested to see the reactions and the feedback from all of you and what your thoughts are. So do you agree with us? Do you think differently? What did you notice?
We're a little behind on this one. So normally we're like right at the forefront. We try and get these out as soon as possible. So now probably a lot more people have seen it. So you guys have developed your thoughts.
So leave a comment.
Yes.
Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more of these videos. And join our Patreon.
Yes, join our Patreon. As we said at the beginning of the video, join our Patreon to get special perks, early access. We will be starting a show pretty soon for that we're going to be doing early access to and stuff like that. And of course, full-length reaction is going to be up on Patreon to this episode of Rings of Power, and voting in polls. It will be all on our Patreon. So join us there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, until next week. Well, actually, Andor is coming out next week. So we'll have 2 videos going up next week. Andor on Wednesday and this show on Friday. So we'll see you for Andor next week.
Woo!
Let's do it. I'm so excited for that. All right. See you then.
Bye.